Hello, I'm Kurt Lambert. I'm a second year student at Coventry University studying media production. And instead of doing a presentation, I've decided to do a video blog to explain my work. If you go to the link that's in the description, you'll get to my creative activism blog, and then just scroll your way down to the bottom to task 1. You can always pause this video at any point, just to slow it down so you can have a look at things. I'm just going to briefly go through each piece with you and tell you a bit about them. If you go down to task 1, you can find my photograph on Flickr. There's a link there. It's showing that the internet is killing the art of conversation. I feel like social networking sites such as Facebook, YouTube and Twitter are stopping people from talking to each other, like properly talking to each other. What I mean is people go online and they say things that they wouldn't dare say in real life, whether they're good things or bad things, and it's killing the art of conversation. That's how I feel. So I took a photo, pretty much just my laptop with that open on YouTube, of all sites, just to display that, really, just to put that across. Task 2 I've left until the end, but task 3, I decided to make a campaign against David Cameron. I don't agree with his views on running a country, and I just believe that, in my opinion, I think that he's really going to run the country into the ground. I think he is, in my opinion. The idea of the campaign is to put David Cameron's head on sort of sneaky characters from history, from games, from films, books, whatever, just like put him smiling on a sneaky character. If you scroll up to task 4, you can see I've done that. I brought my campaign to life, and I've took a biblical picture of Eve taking the forbidden fruit from the tree, and instead of there being a devil there's David Cameron being a slippery fellow. Just pretty much got the two pictures from Google and chopped his head off and put it on. Just something simple, that's the effectiveness of it, that anybody can make one. Anybody can, if they've got Photoshop, or even without Photoshop, they can make themselves one, and that's why I think it would be effective. For task 5, we had to make a documentary, and mine is about the people protesting against ACTA, who I agree with and I admire, especially the ones in Dresden, because there was so many. There was thousands of people that day, all in the street, against ACTA. I agree with them because, in my opinion, I don't think that the internet should be policed by people who aren't police. If the media companies have the right to take things down, it's going to stop a lot of free information from being passed from person to person. I know it's to do with copyright laws and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't agree with it because it's a very tricky situation. I don't agree with it though, because if you allow them to trap people like that, then who's to say where the barriers are? Who's to say what's right and wrong? What their opinion of right and wrong on the internet, what you can share, it might be different to somebody else's, so I don't agree with it. Task 6 is my documentary task that I did for my first term documentary module. It's called Dogger, and it's a film about my friend just shooting the breeze, really, talking about the Conservatives. He doesn't agree with them, like myself. I then distributed this by putting it on YouTube, and him and myself have been passing it around Facebook, sharing it with people who also share the same views. But the interesting thing is that Dogger is going to hopefully be making his own political party soon. So he's going to probably use that video, and then we're going to chop it up and film some more, maybe over the Easter break, maybe over summer, or something like that. Yeah, so that's task 6. And then the final one is tasks 2 and 7 together. Now, task 2 was to sort of evaluate and analyse a piece I did. I did that with task 7, which was the flash mob. The flash mob, we arrived at university and we were told to come up with an idea, and we had been thinking about a few things the week before. We ended up settling with the idea of taking 2 people from our class and pretending they were famous. So they'd go into the city centre and then they'd get mobbed by people with cameras and people like fans and asking for autographs and stuff like that. We ended up like stopping quite a few people, and quite a few people came up for autographs, for photos and stuff like that. And the idea behind the reason behind it was to show about celebrityism. Like, celebrities are gods in our modern day society, and you know, they're just people like you and like me. So, you know, why can't we just make one of our friends a celebrity for the day? And that's how we did it, and that's how it worked out, you know, and it worked. You know, people will follow like sheep to anything like that, anything that's famous or it's to do with money or status, social status or popularity or anything. People will just eat it up. That's what we showed pretty well. Yeah, so that's it for this video blog on my creative activism work. Thank you for watching.